now listening to TSC Rapid Fire on the PRO Media Network.
What's up, sports world? It's Big Q from the Sports Coma, representing the TSC Rapid Fire section. Of course, we hitting you with some of this rapid fire breaking news, as the Saints just made an acquisition, a couple of them, by the way. They recently, as of the last hour or so, signed a couple of wide receivers. They're bringing in Michael Floyd and wide receiver Brandon Tate to the fold. Now, of course, a lot of our Saints fans out there and pundits will say, well, see, they don't want Dez Bryant. Of course, the Saints picking up Floyd and Tate, obviously because of the injuries to the wide receiver room, dealing with Traven Durrell, who had an issue. Then, of course, it was Brandon Coma, who started the year off on the PUP list. The Saints getting active, man. They bring in Michael Floyd. Now, of course, Michael Floyd's a guy, you remember, he played with the Minnesota Vikings last year. This is a guy that had a lot of praise. You know, he was drafted 13 overall in the first round back in 2012. He was supposed to be the guy, the complement player to the great Larry Fitzgerald out in Arizona. Ultimately, he had some off-field issues that led to him being canned in Arizona, in New England, in Minnesota. So he was kind of around and about. But his best year coming as a wide receiver was back in 2013 when he caught 65 catches for 1,041 yards and 5 touchdowns. That was his best year. After that, he had a lot of fall off after that. Then he was with Minnesota last year. Played in 11 games for them, caught 10 passes for 78 yards in that season. But this guy comes in. The issue, I don't know if to say I'm expecting anything big from Michael Floyd. Perhaps maybe this is an indication to the injury dealing with Brandon Coleman. This could simply be a camp signing to just kind of hedge their bets and have a little bit depth there. He's a big wide receiver, 6'3", about 220 pounds. Has decent speeds, not a burner, more of in a possession mold. He's a New Orleans Saints player. Now he signed with the Saints. And also, let's cover, we're going to get deep into this on tomorrow's Sports Coma when we cover day 6, and then we'll talk about these two more in depth. Give you a little bit more information on the other man the Saints signed, wide receiver Brandon Tate. Now, Tate is an interesting candidate for the kick returner, punt returner job, because this is exclusively what the man is. He is a special teams guy, kick returner, punt returner. He does them both. And I think this was an issue, and Coach Sean Payton and special team assistant Mike Westhoff said that they were concerned, literally that they were concerned about what was going on with the punt return and the kicking game, the wide receiver game for the special teams. Now, look, let me just say this much. I just think it's absolutely fantastic that the Saints are doing everything that they can to fix every need or hole on the team. Now, the kick returner and the punt returner job issue has been there for years. We've been at the back end of the league and kick returning and punt return yards for many years. Just imagine if the Saints had a top 12 kick return or a top 10 kick return and punt return unit, what that would mean to the offense, who wouldn't have to work all the way back from the 20 or 25 or the 30 yard line. If you can get a guy that can put you near the 40 or 45 yard line, at your own 40 or 45 yard line every time you take the field. Imagine how easy that would be for a prolific offense, the one that's in the hands of a guy like Drew Brees and operated by Sean Payton. Just picture that for a second. But anyway, you know, we can talk about Alvin Kamara in that job, but Alvin Kamara got enough hats to wear. That's not overcomplicated for him. But them getting Brandon Tate. Now, Tate's an interesting guy. 3rd round pick back in 2009. He was drafted by New England. He played a couple of years with New England. He played 5 years with Cincinnati. Then he played a couple of years with Buffalo. Last year, you know, he looked pretty good. Now, for his career stats, as far as his return yards go, for the punt return side of things, 200 returns for 1,909 yards, 1 touchdown. And then on the kick return side of it, this is career stats now. He has about almost 5,900 yards return-wise with 2 kick returns for touchdowns. And that's his career statistics. You understand? So, listen, man, his best year obviously came back in 2011 when he had 543 punt return yards in the score and 998 kick return yards. This guy is a terrific Could be a terrific fit, 6'1", 195. It'd be interesting, the Saints adding this kick returner. This guy is exclusively a kick return, punt return. I love the move. Big ups to Sean Payton. Big ups to Mike Westhoff and the special teams units for saying, listen, man, we concentrate on defense, and you can see Coach Payton gave the defense guys what they needed. Now he's doing the same thing with the special teams. The draft, adding Bo Scott on the special teams, adding some of these young defensive backs in a draft that will play special teams. Then you talk about all the aces that they have on the special teams with Chris Banjo and Justin Hardy. Oh my goodness, Nate Stupar, and we can just go on and forever. But anyway, big ups to the Saints. Tonight, they signed Michael Floyd, the former Viking, and Brandon Tate, the former Buffalo Bill, to the Saints team. So welcome aboard Michael Floyd, welcome aboard Brandon Tate to New Orleans, welcome to the Saints. Now, of course, stick with us as we provide day 6 coverage. We'll get more into Brandon Tate, have more analysis on these guys tomorrow covering day 6. So I'm Big Q. Thank you for listening to the TSC Rapid Fire, breaking down the new acquisitions of wide receivers Michael Floyd and Brandon Tate. So check out the podcast tomorrow, day 6. We'll get more in depth on it. Thank you for joining us, TSC Rapid Fire. Peace.
What's up, sports world? The PRO Media Network is on a mission to reach 10,000 subscribers. So besides our regular programs like the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, the Pelican Post Game Report, Rapid Fire TSC, and others, we will be expanding out and offering other content like movie, anime, and gaming reviews for your entertainment. So if you enjoy our content, please donate at our Patreon page. Also subscribe, comment, and share, and help the PRO Media Network reach 10,000 subs. Peace.